I'm taking you on an adventure with me. Yeah, this is my house. Okay, so we are going to go to one of my favorite spots. Guess where it is? Kroger. I'm gonna tell you a couple of tips for grocery shopping. Okay, you're gonna come with me, let's go. Okay, you want to make sure that you're not hungry before you go. Yeah, because then you'll be shopping and you'll see a bunch of things that you really like and you'll want to buy them all because you're hungry. So eat before you go, or just make sure that you're not hungry. That is my first tip. Okay, the great thing about this, but also the dangerous thing, is that Kroger is literally right across the street. Another simple tip I have for you is trying to make a list before you go. I always try and plan what I need, and I go way faster. Well, I'm slow anyway because I'm such a foodie, but I go way faster if I do have a list, and I can just base it off of that. But yeah, if you have a list, then you'll only stick to the stuff that you really need. Okay, let's go. Okay, I've literally never done this in public before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're go. I got my book, got my tips, and we're going to Kroger. Okay, my first tip is to shop around the outer edges of the supermarket. This is where you'll find most of the whole foods, vegetables, fruits obviously, and then like protein, meat, fish, stuff like that. So try that. The point of this video is to know how to read ingredients. So I'm going to show you a bad list of ingredients, and then I'll show you the same thing as a good list of ingredients. Most people are confused of what to look for, so I'll show you. A lot of people would think that these are healthy, but if you read the ingredients, the list is massive. Okay, so yeah, this would be a bad list of ingredients because I don't understand what half of these words are. Like, do you know what they are? You probably can't see that. Okay, and now I'll show you a good list of ingredients, what to look for, what's good. Okay, I'll show you my favorite granola bars. So this is my favorite brand. These are Lara bars. They have very simple ingredients. This one has 2 ingredients. This is a really good example. And it's literally cashews and dates. That's it. I'll show you one of the crunchy ones because they have more ingredients. But you can see here, like, you understand what everything is. It's simple, whole foods, and yeah. Okay, so as you can see, you can understand everything that was written on the back of that, and that's how you know when something is good. Some people will look at sugar content, or they'll look at salt content, depending on what your dietary needs are. But basically, you want to understand everything that is on the back of the box if it has a label. I thought of another tip while I'm shopping. I always carry a basket instead of pushing one because it's extra exercise. Okay, so I mentioned that you should shop on the outer rim of the supermarket, but if you have to go into an aisle, just make sure you're extra cautious about it. My favorite aisle is the natural aisle. They have better options of everything. This is where people can get confused because a lot of people think just because it's in the natural food aisle or just because it's in a health food store that it's healthy. So I'll go over some common words that people get confused about when they're food shopping so you can understand them. Yeah, so a lot of time brands will put words on their boxes that will make you think that they're healthy. I'll put a list below so you know. Each of these words mean clear different things. Something like this that says organic true. And you might think it is healthy because it's in the healthy line. Just because it's organic does not mean it's healthy. If it has the USDA organic label on it, it means that it does not have GMOs. There's no antibiotics or hormones. Just because it says organic on it, it doesn't mean that everything is organic. It can just mean that 70 to 100% of the ingredients are organic. Organic is good, but it's not necessary. Okay, another good example. So gluten-free is obviously like really popular right now. A lot of people think because it says gluten-free on it, then it's healthy. Gluten-free. So a lot of people would think that this is healthy because it says gluten-free on it. But it's actually made from whole grain corn, cornmeal, sugar, cornstarch. Like a lot of these will say things like whole grain. Artificial flavors. It is full of cornmeal, corn syrup, canola oil, caramel color. A couple other words I'll go over. Natural. There are no actual set standards for the word natural, so they can actually put it on pretty much anything. It's very vague, so beware of that word. I'm distracted by the nut butters. Oh my god, I love them. Okay, I'm trying not to get too complicated here, but I'll tell you one more funny thing. A lot of people go by calories in, calories out. So something like this only has 90 calories, but the calories you're consuming are coming from this. So just always read your ingredients. That is the main point I'm trying to make, because just because it's 90 calories doesn't mean it's healthy. I need to get out of this aisle now, it's scaring me. Okay, so I don't want to overwhelm you with information, so I think I'll stop there. But I'll just make a point about produce real quick. So when shopping for produce, I don't always buy organic, but there are lists called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, and those highlight the worst and the best foods to buy organic and non-organic. Yeah, I'm not actually here to shop though, except for lemons and bananas. I gotta get out of here before I spend all my money. We did it! Thanks for coming to Kroger with me, and we're just going back to my car. Alright, that is it. I'm out. Bye. Yeah, I thought it was raining out. I'm serious. This is Patrick. Hello. If you don't know him.
So guest appearance by Patrick. Burnt candle. You blown out.
Oh, it's your